and gentlemen, welcome to the Late Night Show. My name is Richie Fontane, and this is Mozart's Orchestra. I hope you boys are ready. I can see y'all a little orchestra light. It was 9 of y'all last time.
Man, you know,
it's not.
Black people get fired.
Okay, that's what happened. Yeah, makes sense. And I'm gonna fire a nigga today. Good luck. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Juneteenth to all my amazing, beautiful black people and just y'all. Nobody else. This is strictly for y'all. I'm hoping y'all enjoyed it. Hoping y'all taught y'all kids everything. And again, of course, we appreciate y'all coming back to the show to hang out with us. Please get y'all shit together this time. Y'all was tripping last time. Nigga was slow.
We got a couple of songs. We've been rehearsing.
Come on now.
Practice.
I did some dances too, yeah, with the joint. So we ready to go. We're gonna have ourselves an amazing show today. I have an amazing guest. A very huge part of Dallas's culture, a very huge part of Dallas's music progression in the game these days. I want y'all to, of course, give a huge round of applause for my dog, Dorrough. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning in tonight again. Welcome to the Late Night Show with Richie Fontane and Mozart's somewhat orchestra these boys got going on. Don't worry about them. They're good to go today. Again, we got ourselves an amazing artist today. My man Dorrough, Dallas's very own. Yes, let's just get right into it, my nigga, because you know what we here for. First things first, happy Juneteenth to you as well.
Appreciate it.
Skin color is matching, so we doing our thing.
Facts.
I know you got some great music coming out, man. First things first, let's start with the single. I heard it when I walked in here. I'm ready to hear shit again. Of course, I heard it when I walked in here. Give us a little update as to what's going on.
Yeah, well, what you heard, that's Boys Getting Quiet. That's the new single that's coming out the new album. The album dropping 7/7. It's called Star Baby. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
Star Baby is symbolized. Actually, you know, I came back to the roots. This album is straight for Texas. You know, all Texas produced, Houston, Dallas producers. Shout out to Diginorm, Q Smith, Mr. E, Too Much, you know, 5'9".
Oh, you done scoured this big ass state.
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely.
Nothing but Texas features,
sir.
You know what I'm saying? People who I feel are legends or are legends, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lil Flip, Power Wow, Sauce Walker, Young Nation, Tum Tum, Zero.
Oh yeah,
you know,
that boy got the names on here.
Yeah,
yes,
so
sir,
you know,
Texas for
just
real.
even saying those names, it kind of lets you know the sound of this album. You get what I'm saying? It's just, I felt like we coming to a time where we need, especially being from Dallas and being from Texas, that we need to get back to our roots.
Man,
of what made us, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, because actually I was going to ask you about that. So, not, of course, being originally from Dallas, but being here long enough to have been ingrained in the culture and to know what's, of course, being offered.
Yeah.
How would you compare the old sound of Dallas? You remember, because nigga, you was the one that was making the music, so I remember. How would you compare the old sound of Dallas to what you got now? It seems in my opinion, of course, being from outside, it doesn't necessarily have the sound that you guys used to have. It was a contoured sound that only an artist from this area, of course, would know how to get into. Can you make a comparison as to what it is?
That sound you explained is the only Dallas sound we ever had. That's the Dallas sound you're talking about. Everything else. And it's crazy because that leads into why I even did this project. But everything else you hearing is a watered down version of a Dallas sound or a mixed version. You get what I'm saying? A hybrid version of a lot of other stuff going on. So what happened was you got two Texas sounds. You got the Houston sound, the original Swisher House, screwed up click.
Real deep, slow.
You know what I'm saying? That you got that sound, UGK, you got that sound, and then you got the Black Dallas Boogie era sound, which is the Dallas sound. You know, and everything
Mozart.
else.
Hey, listen. We gonna edit that shit out.
Everything else is just so what happened is what has happened over time since our sound up until now is you started having other places having success. So when places like Atlanta and Chicago and Florida and LA and all these places have success, you get a lot of the new artists that's from Texas. They mimic what's out in the industry, you know, and they trying to get on, so they feel like going with the whatever's in the is gonna get them on, but that rarely ever happens. You get what I'm saying? Every artist that came.
When you say rarely, it don't. So
rarely.
I don't want you niggas thinking, well, it could work for me. It's not.
Yeah. The only artist that ever came after, let's just start with Dallas. The only artist that ever came out the city of Dallas and made it to some type of forefront or the mainstream audience or outside of the Dallas city, you know, we was all original sounds, all original to who we to the culture of the city, you know, and I actually like what Big X the Plug doing right now.
I love it, man.
He the new artist right
it.
now, but what I like about him is he repping Dallas, you know, he repping Texas.
Absolutely.
You know, you got another new artist, you got the Mexican OT that's repping Texas, but everybody who done came out of Dallas, were you talking about myself, were you talking about a Tom Tom, a Tuck, were you talking about a Mo 3 or a Yellow Beezy or a Trap Boy, you know, everybody was repping Dallas, no matter kind of what, you know, so with that being said, but we kind of got away from our original sound and kind of what started our first movement.
Yeah.
So long story short, this Star Baby album is a combination because I want to hear Texas give it. It's for the people in Houston too.
Yeah, I don't want to hear no Atlanta.
Yeah.
Texas. I don't want to hear no Chicago and Texas. I want to hear
influence.
Texas shit because I'm listening to a Texas artist.
Yeah, it's the shit that I grew up on and the shit that I fell in love with. So, you know, you talking about the Texas sound, the Houston sound, and the Dallas sound combined into one project.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Congrats on that, man. So, okay, so tell me, 'cause you already named everybody in Texas except me and Mozart. We gonna be on the other.
Yeah, I gonna be on Star Baby too.
You do the deluxe, and then me and Mozart be on that one. Tell me if you had, money's not an object, you had any chance, of course, to make this happen, a collab album.
Collab album?
You and 2 artists from Texas.
From Texas?
And when I say Texas, this big ass state, the whole thing.
So of all genres, all
do whatever you want.
Genre,
Yes, sir.
Damn, it'll be Dorrough. Man, I flip it. It'll be Dorrough, Beyonce, and Erykah Badu.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you know.
Come on, man. Cause
I stand in the middle of them and we'll make something. You know what I'm saying?
The first thing come to a nigga mind is threesome. We had to name 2 weeks. We just had to name 2 weeks.
Hey, I went for the big dogs. And the big dogs, you feel me?
If Beyonce, Erykah Badu like, hey, you want a little pussy? You gotta take it. I mean, I'm gonna do the album, but of course, honey, I'm not here to argue with you.
They the big dogs in the state. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Like when you talking about Houston, you talking about Dallas. I mean. Of course, there's a lot of other people I do songs, but if you telling me I can pick any 2 in the world, I mean, I'm gonna go with them 2 for sure.
Okay,
1,000%.
so of course, being a staple, of course, in this city, and of course, this was back when we were in high school. You cracked early.
Yeah.
Tell me how. I'm gonna say it. I'm a Philadelphia Eagle fan, so everybody in this room I kind of don't fuck with.
Yeah.
But
I got something for you right here.
Here this nigga
got your
go.
Cowboy star right here, bro. That
ring is from the year I was born. I just want to know. Nonetheless, tell me, because of course I've seen you on the field, I've seen you on the court. I've seen you shaking hands with Jerry, I've seen you shaking hands with Mark.
Yeah.
Tell me, how are you, of course, outside of being a fan of these 2 teams, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Mavericks, the worst kind of people. Tell me, of course, how are you tied into the teams?
You know, well, obviously, growing up in Dallas, I'm a natural Cowboy fan, and then I started putting on for Dallas and doing a lot in the music industry for Dallas. So what happened is, over time, in the organizations of both of these, we'll start with the Cowboys, they had a lot of fans inside the organization that was kind of getting tired of like stuff the Cowboys was doing on the music side, country anthems and stuff like that. Shout out to country music and artists, you know, but they wanted something different.
Absolutely.
So a lot of fans within the organization of the Cowboys was the first one that brought me in. They were just basically telling them, like, we need to get Dorrough to do an anthem. Like, we tired of the country anthems. We need a rap. And so that's how I got in the door. And then I came in there. I killed that first one. I started building relationships.
Well, let me ask you that then before you keep going. The Cowboy anthem that you created, where did that come from? That was just you feeling like a fan?
Yeah. So I had to think.
That's what I'm saying.
It was
right
a
there.
challenging thing because I had to think outside the box because I was like, okay, obviously I can't just come with a Dorrough rap record because you know it got to be something for the fans, it got to be something for the families, it got to be something to play their games. A lot of kids, so I kind of had to like make a song that will kind of hit all these different spots.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? So that's challenging.
Yes,
you know, so I came up with the record. The first one we did was called "It's Our Time," and I was in LA at the time. I came back to Dallas, linked with DJ Philly Phil, who was in LA, who's from Dallas, who's a Cowboy fan. He made the beat. And then I did that first record and they fell in love with it, you know what I'm saying? But it was just right there to kind of just like, it's not out of all the anthems I done done, it's not my favorite one, but it's the first one. So I kind of had to get in the door with that one.
Let me tell you, you made that shit and then y'all beat us that year.
Yeah.
And I vividly remember
Yeah, we
because
been
the
spanking Eagles
goddamn, I'll
albums
slow
every
it down. What year?
Yeah.
But y'all made it. Y'all beat the shit out of us too. I think we lost by at least 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And the goddamn song was playing at the club.
Yeah.
I forgot what DJ was playing, and I was like, bro, when I see Dorrough, I'm gonna fight him.
Yeah.
It's just
man,
been
you
so.
know, y'all our biggest rivals, man.
Biggest
You know,
rivals, absolutely. Congratulations on that, man. That's
yeah.
a huge feat. Okay, so tell me about the Mavericks then.
So the Mavericks came about, so it's crazy because I actually had been locked in with the Mavericks longer, but we never had done nothing. Yeah. So in 2010, Mark Cuban was in my Get Big video.
Yeah, okay.
We got locked in then, and then in 2011, you know, I did a Mavericks Anthem, and that was the same year we won the championship.
Yeah.
And then
highly unfortunate. They swept the Lakers.
Yeah.
So
and at that time,
shit.
Right after that, I started touring a lot. So I started touring outside of this region and started touring out the country. So I went over a few years of touring, and then I moved to LA for a little bit at this time. So I had kind of got me and Mark Cuban. We wasn't locked in like that. So long story short, I mean, to bring it up to speed, last year Snoop Dogg came to Dallas, did a show, brought me out on his set.
Seen that, yes, sir.
Yeah, he brought me out on his set, and Mark Cuban was at the show, and I rocked it or whatnot, and I ran into Mark Cuban after the show, and the first thing he was like, man, hey, when we get a new anthem?
Come on, man.
So, and that's for last season,
sir.
so I said, say less. I went in I probably went in like a couple weeks later and made what I feel like is the hardest anthem ever for any type of team in sports, you get what I'm saying? I made that for the Mavericks. Mark Cuban loved it, you know what I'm saying? He co-signed it first. I sent it to him on a DM. He hit me right back and was like, hey, this is the anthem.
That's crazy.
Get it to shout out to
That's
President
crazy, dog.
Because he was like, get it to Ivy. They ended up running it 2 weeks later. I'm doing the halftime show. I'm performing at the halftime at the Mavericks. And then after that, we came to the table and we put together a situation where this season, you know, we're going to be following up on that anthem. We just shot a commercial that's going to open up for the season for the Mavericks. You know what I'm saying? We shot like a dope-ass commercial. So we locking in real tough with the Mavs, and the Cowboys the same thing. We got merch coming out this year. We got I got about 3 performances this year to do. I'm trying to get a halftime for the Cowboys, but right now they pregame performances, which I ain't tripping. Yeah. We trying to get a halftime. We got the merch. We got the new anthem on the way. And it's basically music, merch, and performances right now. So it's kind of like a brand ambassador.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah,
that's tight. I'm going to be rooting for you. I'm gonna be down there supporting the record until I see an Eagle or a Laker jersey.
I respect that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So, of course, outside of the single that you pushing for the record, give me 2 other songs on the album that you know for a fact everybody got to hear.
Man, the album crazy, but if I had to pick 2 more outside of that one, I'll probably go with, man, it's crazy because this record actually it's dropping right now. Ball and Parlay featuring Zero and Tom
Zero here?
Yeah,
Come
Zero
on,
and Tom Ball and Parlay and R.I.P. Big Pokey, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the sample. We sampled Big Pokey. This just happened. So, you know, I didn't even know nothing about, this just happened, but we had been ahead this song.
So you got Tom and Zero.
Yeah.
For anybody, of course, who's not from Texas, just in case you don't know, Zero is a Houston legend. Tom is a Dallas legend, 2 of the biggest artists that both, of course, from their respective cities. Yeah. So to have both of them on one record is a huge thing.
So that's a crazy record. One of my favorite records, Obsession with Young Nation. That's a hard record.
Man.
You know
Yes, sir.
Raindrops with Lil Flip, that's one of my favorite ones. It's so many records on there.
Okay, all right.
It's kind of hard for me to pick
I'm excited about the Young Nation record. I've always liked the boys.
We got one. Yeah, they got a hard one on
Absolutely.
there. We did.
All right, well, okay, so we gonna listen. Yeah. I'm ready to see the record. I'm ready to hear the performance. I'm ready to do this. I got one question. We're gonna let you out of here.
All right.
And I already know what it's gonna be. If you had one game, in a Cowboy game, you can go back in time and change the outcome of, what would it be?
Ooh.
One game.
Cowboys, Green Bay.
Of course.
when Dez actually caught that touchdown, that would took us to the conference.
In all fairness, Dez caught it.
Yeah.
Y'all get what y'all deserve, but the nigga got it, man.
Sure, because we was on our way to the Super Bowl.
I was honestly, I'm happy the nigga did not catch it, but he did catch it, man. Absolutely. Yeah. This is Dorrough, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we appreciate you, my man, for coming in. We about to get ourselves an amazing performance. We appreciate y'all for watching the show. This is the Late Night Show. Richie Fontane. We'll be right back.
Head back below, you can
maybe average y'all 70, you feel me? Y'all make sure y'all get that.
Fontane. Thank you guys. We'll see y'all next time.